Hey y'all, it's Summer with HammonsNest.com. I'm so glad you're tuning in today. So today's project is going to be a really simple one, just a few materials on this DIY, but what I'm working with is a beach towel that I have laid out there, that pink beach towel. And I'm going to be doing a faux bleach technique using chalk paint. So it's a non-toxic version of that sprayed bleach look that everybody likes. So if you haven't seen it, maybe look it up later, but this is just a variation of that. So what you're seeing me do here is I have some vinyl and I cut out some shapes. I cut an anchor out, I cut a seashell out, and then I have a starfish. And I'm just weeding out all the vinyl that I'm not going to be using for the process. And it's a temporary stick vinyl. So I cut it on my silhouette machine. So it's just meant to lay down so that I can craft with it and then I can pull it back up. Now there's different kind of vinyls that would be permanent adhesive. That's not what we're doing. We're only using these shapes to create this faux bleach look where we're gonna spray some chalk paint around these shapes to make them stand out. So you'll see what I'm saying. So I'm getting these vinyl stickers. These are basically giant vinyl stickers. And I'm going to get them in place. I'm using my anchor as my centerpiece. And then once I get that nice and stuck down, I'm going to measure also, again, with a tape measure and just kind of make sure that my design is going to look somewhat centered. And I have the seashell that I'm going to put on one side and that starfish on the other. And once I get those in place, then we'll be ready to move on to the next step. Now, the important part about whatever kind of stickers you use, make sure that, of course, they can come off of your material that you're using. You could do this technique on like t-shirts and dish towels and table runners and anything that will, that chalk paint will, because chalk paint is also a fabric paint, at least the Dixie Belle chalk paint that I'll be pulling out here in a minute, can be used on fabric. So it's pretty cool. You could do it on a bunch of different things. And so keeping that in mind, you might could like this look on a different project. All right, once I have everything in place the way I like it, it's all measured out, I'm gonna give it some more firm pressure to get it all stuck down. And then I'm just gonna kind of gently fold it up and put it to the side, and let's mix up our chalk paint. I have an 8-ounce spray bottle here, regular spray bottle that you pick up at the store, 6 ounces of water. I'm using the color cotton in the Dixie Belle chalk paint line. And so once I have that 8-ounce bottle filled with 6 ounces of water, that'll leave 2 ounces of room for my paint. I just poured it in freehand. You could use a funnel to put it in if you needed to. Get all that in there. This chalk paint is a water-based paint, so it mixes with water well, very friendly. So you're making a paint wash, essentially. I'm testing that sprayer, making sure it's coming out. And so my color wash, which is my faux bleach look, because this white chalk paint will be perfect for this next step. I am lining down some canvas underneath so to protect my work surface, and now it's time to spray. This is all, I concentrate on the shapes, okay? And I want that outline because I'm going to be removing these stickers here in a minute. Wait for that. That's such a cool look. I'm just concentrating on the edges to make sure that the paint's saturated. And I'm even going to go as far as kind of like if you've ever seen the bleach look with actual real bleach, you can see there's just like sprays everywhere. So I'm just kind of taking off my lid and I'm kind of having fun, doing a little artsy stuff there. And I'm even going to go as far as you see me having a brush there. I'm making sure that these details that need to stand out to make these shapes really pop are saturated with the paint color wash. You see it's very, very faint, but once we remove these stickers in a minute, you'll see just how saturated the towel did get around each of these stickers. And for me, I'm just going to keep painting until I know that every little detail is going to pop. This is definitely a messy, creative look because if you've ever seen the sprayed bleach looks, they are super, super messy looking. So it may not be your thing, but if it is, it's definitely a fun project for the whole family. I'm using some paper towels just to blot up that excess paint, and it's time for the reveal. See the contrast there? So you don't even realize because you're watching it, and the white paint is so faint that you don't even think that it's that much of a contrast, but it is. Now you would just wash and dry this as normal and it'll hold up great. I think it's fun. I think it's unique, and I hope you liked it too. Let me know what you think, and I hope you're inspired. Bye, y'all.